Hare Krishna. Okay, so we are missing Sahas and we are missing. Is Mahima joining, Shriya? Okay, no worries. Okay, all right. So we will start with our Mangala Charan. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, who wants to go first with Mangala Charan? Vedant, go ahead.
જોયું જ નથી આપણે તો કેવી રીતે ખબર પડે.
ઓમ અંજાનતિ મંદસ્ય જગજન સ્વખય કસ્ય સ્મરિતમ યેન તસ્મૈ શ્રી ગુરુવે નમઃ શ્રી ચૈતન્ય મનોભીષ્ટં સ્થાપિतं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मायं ददाति सर्वपदान्ति.
Thank you, Beta, and welcome, Arya. So we are doing Mangala Charan, which means auspicious invocations. Before starting the class, we do some prayers for auspiciousness. Okay, who wants to go next? Shriya? And then
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagra Chatam Sahagana Raghunathavitam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Laitam Shiva Shakamitam Cha.
Avya, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kancha Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishbhanu Suti Devi Panamami Hari Priya.
Okay, all right. Adhav, go ahead.
Panchakalpataruphyasya Kripasindhubheva Patitama Pavalesho Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vachari Gaura Bhatta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, say. Say Adhav.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
All right. Arya, do you want to say this? Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, Nimai?
Huh?
Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Oh, one chat.
Just the Hare Krishna.
Huh?
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
રાજ કહેવાનું છે.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Arya. I'm saying Nimai. Nimai, you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just say the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Beta. Thank you. So, we will, I know we were talking about all the demons and the killing of the demons by Krishna in Vrindavan, but we want to take a detour right today, and then we want to talk about Damodar Leela and especially about Damodarashtakam. So does anybody know which month is this? Which Hindu month is this? Yes, Ayati.
Kartik month.
Yes, Kartik month. And what are the what is so special about Kartik month? Okay, let's not Ayati, somebody else. Sahas?
Kartik month is the month where all the pastime, it's all the pastime, like it's the month when Diwali is in. It's also when Govardhan Leela and Damodar Leela take place.
Yes, yes. And so Kartik month, it's the month of, who is the predominating deity? Who is the presiding deity of Kartik month? Huh?
I'm not sure, but is it Kartik? Kartike?
No, not Kartik. It is, yes, Arya.
I think it's Lord Krishna in the baby form.
No, it is not. Avya.
The pastimes of Krishna.
No, so it's the who is the presiding deity? It's the, yes, Ayati. Yes, Ayati. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a few. Mother Yashoda and Lord Damodar, or Radha Damodar.
Yes, but it's the month where who is showering mercy? It's Radharani. And why is it called Kartik? Because
She's Kartika?
she's Kritika. Her name, other name is Kritika, because she is the daughter of,
Shubhan.
and what's the mother name?
Kirtita.
Kirtita. Yes, from that name comes Kartika, and from the Kritika, and that's where we Kartik month is there. And
Yeah, Kartika and Kirtita are both the same thing. So
yes,
it's okay.
yeah.
There's no
So,
difference.
so this month is very special for all of us. Why? Because whatever pious activity, whatever spiritual activity you do, you get the benefit like 1,000 times. 1,000 times. So if you do one mala, you will get the benefit of 1,000 malas. So it's like a sale going on, right? You have Christmas sale, you have Thanksgiving sale, right? So you get so much things in little price. So this is the best month of the year. Yes, Ayanti.
I also wanted to add a bit like why Radha was like, why Radha showers mercy. Can I add a bit?
Yes, go ahead.
I heard from like Babuji's class that from yesterday at the Kirtan that so like always like Krishna would always be very naughty when like he would put a meeting with the Radharani, and Radharani would be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting there, and then she sees him come really late and see him have, and like you know how like girls have like lipstick on their face, and when they kiss a person then the lipstick has a mark there, and like Krishna had that all over his face everywhere from like other gopis meetings. So Radharani would always be like, okay, I don't want to meet you anymore, because that's like regular like things and all that that they're actually cheating. So he's like, okay, I don't want to meet you anymore, and she left. Later on, it happened and happened and happened and happened. And one time, like, all the gopis had like a big giant thing, and Radha and Krishna both met. And then they instead of like letting them be with each other, they tied them together. They can always have the bond of being each other. And I thought it was funny. Very funny.
And so they bound, Radharani binds Krishna, and in the spiritual Vrindavan, not in our Vrindavan, not in the Golok Vrindavan, she binds Krishna in the Golok Vrindavan.
Yeah, there, over there.
Yes,
after the thing, yeah,
yes,
it was fun.
Yeah, so,
yeah, so I learned a lot actually, so it was fun, nice to learn.
Very nice, Sayati. So that's why we also pray to Radha Damodar. What does the word Damodar mean? So in this, okay, yes, Sahas. What does the word Damodar mean?
Damodar it's another name for Krishna. He was given the name when Mother Yashoda. It's like the Leela of Damodar Leela when Mother Yashoda tied Krishna to the wind grinding motor.
Yeah, so Dam means rope, right? Dam means rope and Udar means belly. So Damodar, right? So Krishna's belly is being tied with a rope. And who can do that? Can anybody do that? Because Krishna is all pervasive. He's everywhere. He's supreme powerful. Okay, I see Ayati and Sahas only. Somebody else. Okay, Ishan, your camera is turned on. Okay. Ishan, are you there? Yes, who can bind Krishna? That's the question, Ishan.
A pure devotee.
A pure devotee, yes, through love and devotion. Yes. So we want to, okay, in this month of Kartik, right, we will want to see what things we want to do so that we can be closer to Krishna. We will talk at the end of the class because this is like a big sale going on, right? It's like a Diwali sale. Whatever you do from in the form of spiritual activity, it gets multiplied by 1,000 times. So we want to do that, right? So we will talk about that at the end of the class. And then we also want to talk about Damodarashtakam and the Damodar Leela a little bit, because in this month we offer ghee lamp to Yashoda Damodar. Does everybody have a picture of Yashoda Damodar? Yes, Yashoda Maya tying Krishna. This picture, let me share. This kind of picture, Yashoda Damodar, where she is tying Krishna with a rope. Or this kind of picture. So we offer ghee lamp and we sing Damodarashtakam today, right? Every day in the Kartik month, the 30 days. It started on Sharad Purnima, which was Wednesday, right? So it's going to be there for around a month from the Wednesday. So we should take advantage of that. This is a sale going on. Yes. So quickly, I think we have Arya who is new, but Arya, do you know the Damodar pastime, Damodar Leela pastime?
No.
Okay, we will talk about it, right? So one day, what happened? It was the day of Diwali, when Krishna was 2 or 3 years old, right? So we are talking about more than 5,000 years ago, this pastime happened. Krishna was 2 or 3 years old at that time. And then Mother Yashoda was churning butter, right? She was churning butter and Krishna was sleeping. And then Krishna got up. While Mother Yashoda was churning butter, because she loves Krishna so much, she was singing about the glories of Krishna. She was singing about the pastimes of Krishna because she loves him so much. She's always thinking about Krishna. So she was singing about Krishna, and then Krishna comes. And what does he do? He wants Mother Yashoda to start paying attention to him and feed him milk. So what does he do? She was using a rod, a churning rod to do the butter, but then he's a baby. He's 2 years old or 3 years old, and he catches hold of the churning rod. And the churning stops. It is very dangerous, you know. Have you seen churning something, butter something? It goes very fast. And then if a baby tries to stop it, it can be very dangerous because you can get hurt. But Krishna is all powerful. He just stops that. And then he says he wants milk. So Mother Yashoda takes Krishna in her lap and starts feeding him milk. But then what is happening? On the stove, there is another milk which is being boiled, because what happened on that day, Mother Yashoda had given a day of to all the housemaids. Nanda Maharaj, who is the father of Krishna, had how many cows? Yes, Ayati.
10,000 cows or more.
No. Yes, Sahas. 10,000 more.
900,000 cows.
Yes. Nanda Maharaj, who is the father of Krishna, had 900,000 cows. From those 900,000 cows, they were able to select 100,000 best cows, Yashoda Maya. From that 1,000 cows, that milk of that 1,000 cows was given to the best 100 cows. From the milk of those 100 cows, it was given to the best 10 cows. And from that milk of those 10 cows, Mother Yashoda was trying to prepare yogurt and butter for Krishna herself. She didn't want the other housemaids to prepare for Krishna, because she was always getting complaints that Krishna is going to somebody's house and stealing butter. But why does Krishna steal butter? He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why does Krishna steal butter? Does anybody know? Avya?
Because he loves it and to make a pastime.
Yes, very nice. Yes, very nice. Yes, Mahima?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, Prabhuji. He wants to make that pastime so that like devotees can like love him.
Very nice. Yes.
Like,
Avya?
yeah. I think it's because like he likes butter a lot.
Yes, but he is the Supreme Personality of God. He is Bhagavan, right? He gets the best butter at Yashoda Maya's place also. But why steal it? Yes, Ayati.
To make pastimes and give pleasure to all the devotees.
Yes, very nice. Yes. Yes, Ahas. You want to add?
So what the reason why he steals, the gopis actually want him to steal the butter from them because they like to see him like happy and like with the, so they just complain to him, complain to their mother for the pastime.
Yes, yes, that is very nice. Yes. So think about this, right? In Vrindavan, in Krishna, when Krishna was in Vrindavan, right? There was no like awe and reverence, right? When you think about Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, you would say, you'll bow down and you will worship and do that because he's the Supreme. You look upon him. But in Vrindavan, he was playing the Leela of a child. He has so much love and affection. He wanted the real relationship. He wanted the love of a mother. He wanted the love of a friend. He wanted the love of a gopi. So he's just playing those pastimes in Vrindavan where he wants to be chastised by his mother. He wants his mother to scold him because who can scold the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Nobody. But he wants that because he wants to experience that love. So how sweet our Krishna is, right? We should think of that baby Krishna in our hearts. How sweet is that Krishna that even though he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he wants to act like a son. He wants to act like he wants to be the son of Yashoda Maya. He is the son of Yashoda Maya. He wants to be a friend of Sridham. You know what happened? Who was Sridham? Who was Sridham? Who can tell me Sridham? Okay, I keep seeing the same hands over and over again. Ayati and Avya. Okay. Mehak, who was Sridham? Mehak, you there? Okay.
Wait, wasn't it Sudama or Sridham?
Yes, I'm talking about Sridham.
Oh,
Avya?
He was the person who cursed Radhaji to like not know Krishna for the 100 years.
That is in that other pastime which you sing in Radha Krishna. Okay, but
wasn't that Sudama or Sridham?
No. Sridham is the brother of Radharani.
Oh yeah.
Sridham is the brother of Radharani. So if you know, Krishna killed Kansa, right? Everybody knows Krishna killed Kamsa. Yes, Arya, you know Krishna killed Kamsa? Yes? So Kamsa was the maternal uncle. Okay, you don't know? Right? So Kamsa was a demon, big demon, and he killed
I
Kamsa.
kind of know.
You kind of know, that's very good. So after Krishna killed Kamsa, Kamsa was very powerful. He also killed Chanur and Mushtik. And then Sridham was like, this is not my Krishna, because Krishna cannot kill such a powerful person, because I defeat him in wrestling all the time. This is not my Krishna. This is not my friend Krishna. He cannot kill such a powerful person. Then he says, okay, Krishna, if you are really Krishna, let's have a fight. And what does Sridham do? He defeats him. So Krishna gets defeated. He defeats Kamsa, who is so powerful, but he gets defeated by his friend Sridham, who is not as powerful as that. Yes, Sahas.
So this is the same thing that's with the how the wooden grinding motor thing. Like how only like no person can tie Krishna, no person can defeat Krishna, but unless only if you have like your strong devotion and you're a strong pure devotee.
Yes, very nice. Yes, Sahas. Yes, very nice. Nimai, you have a question? No? Okay. So we sidetracked. So Krishna is so loving in the pastimes of Vrindavan, and from Vrindavan he goes to Mathura and Dwarka. He's so loving. He wants to love as a friend. He wants to love as love the gopis. He wants to love his mother, father, right? And we should have that picture of Krishna in our hearts. Because he's the supreme personality of Godhead. He wants our love. We have to love. We have to pray with him with so much love. So then what happens then? Mother Yashoda was making the best yogurt best butter for Krishna, so that he doesn't steal from other houses. And then that butter was boiling on a stove, and then it was boiling over. And in Krishna's pastimes, everything has consciousness, because it is not material. It is spiritual, right? All the things, even the milk thought, okay, Krishna is drinking the milk of Mother Yashoda. So what is the use of my life? So it starts to boil and starts to commit suicide, saying, I'm going to boil and go inside the stove. But then Yashoda Maya, Krishna in the form of Paramatma shows in the heart, says, go look at the milk which is boiling over. So she goes and tries to take the pot away, and then Krishna gets angry. Do you see Krishna getting angry? Can the Supreme Personality of Godhead get angry? He should not, right? But here Krishna gets angry to display this pastime. And then this is called the lip, adhar, right? He bites it. He bites this lip. When you get angry, right? You throw things and you bite your lip. Where is this coming from? Krishna did this in Damodar Leela. He took a stone and he broke the butter pot while Mother Yashoda was not there. And he's showing this pastime because he's angry, because he was not full, and Mother Yashoda put him down and he was not full with milk, and she went to take care of that. And then what happens next? Krishna then takes that butter, starts eating. Yashoda Maya is not there. And then he also starts feeding the monkeys. He starts feeding the monkeys that butter. How fun is that, right? How naughty is Krishna at that time? And then Yashoda Maya comes back and says, no, Krishna is not there. Where is he? So Krishna had gone into a different room. He was on top of a mortar. Mortar is like a ukal. Let's see, this is a ukal. Let me show you this. This is a ukal. Do you see that? That drum-shaped thing? That's an ukal. So Krishna was standing on top of that, and then he was feeding the monkeys. So Mother Yashoda came sneakingly, and then she was like, okay, you have committed a mistake. I can So did you eat yogurt? Did you break the pot? He says, no. So Mother Yashoda said, okay, you committed one thing, that you broke the pot, but you're telling a lie. For that, I cannot forgive you. Now I'll tie you to this ukhal. But then Krishna starts running. He's scared. He's scared of Mother Yashoda. And then he starts running. He starts running. You see Mother Yashoda catching him? Yeah. So Mother Yashoda is trying to catch Krishna. But who can catch Krishna? Krishna is the fastest one. Yes, Ahas.
And then the flowers were coming off her head because they thought that they should not be on a person who can catch Krishna such devotion. Why are they on the top? They should fall to her feet. So that's what they did.
Yes, very nice. Yes,
The flowers, they wanted to fall off of Mother Yashoda's head because they didn't want to be like a burden. They wanted it to be easier for her to catch Krishna.
yes. The flowers didn't want. See, she has flowers on her head, right, Mother Yashoda? And she's trying to catch Krishna, who's fastest than the mind. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who can catch Krishna? Nobody. But again, with love and devotion, she's able to catch. All the flowers on her head said, we are trying, we're making her life difficult, Mother Yashoda, because she cannot then, she has more weight on her body. She will not be able to catch Krishna. They're falling down. And then Mother Yashoda catches Krishna because Krishna allowed himself to be caught.
And then also the flowers came off because they thought that her feet, because they should be on such a pure devotee's head.
Yes.
They wanted to come and touch her feet, so they came off.
Yes, they want to touch the feet of a pure devotee like Mother Yashoda. Yes, they wanted to touch the feet. And then Mother Yashoda says, okay, let me tie Krishna. And then for 12 hours, she is trying to tie Krishna on this mortar. Let's see this picture. For 12 hours, she kept trying to tie Krishna. She takes one rope and then she tries on the belly, it's 2 fingers short. She attaches another rope, still is 2 fingers short. For 12 hours, she kept on doing it, and Krishna is not getting bound. Why is he not getting bound? Why is he not getting bound? Krishna is not getting bound. Yes, Avya.
Because she was not trying the hardest, and each time it was becoming 2 fingers short. And that 2 fingers meant first it was merciful because Krishna was merciful, and then because with Krishna's mercy you can do it, and then it was hard work.
Yes, you got a little bit. Yes, let's see what Asa said.
So then there's no one can tie Krishna. So no one can tie Krishna, but Krishna allowed himself to be tied, and there was a reason for the 2 fingers being exactly 2 fingers short. One was because you need Krishna's mercy, and you also need to try your hardest.
Yeah, very nice. Yes, very nice. Yes. So Krishna has 16 internal energies inside him. Some of the examples are his fame, Kanti, his knowledge. All these energies were telling, no, nobody can tie Krishna, because if Krishna is tied by Mother Yashoda, people will think the Supreme Personality of Godhead is tied. Who can? That is not good for his fame. That's not good for his knowledge. That's not good for all these things. But there was one Shakti, there was one energy, which is called the Kripa Shakti, which is called the Mercy Shakti. She was saying, no. If they're a pure devotee is trying to tie Krishna, then we should let the pure devotee tie Krishna. So Krishna said, okay, you guys figure it out. You guys do a conference meeting because I'm leaving it to you. You decide whether Mother Yashoda is going to be able to tie Krishna or not. So these internal Shaktis, internal energies of Krishna are having a conference for 12 hours. And then they finally gave in to Kripa Shakti, which is the mercy, right? Krishna, the mercy Shakti saying, and was able to convince everyone, yes, let's tie Krishna. Because even if you tie Krishna, Krishna is going to become more famous. Because he's still the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he's getting won over by love and devotion. So then, because of the Kripa Shakti and the effort, right? If we want anything in our good in our life, we have to make that effort. We have to try hard. And if Krishna's mercy is there, then it's going to happen. So both the things are needed. Yes. So then Krishna got tied. And then Krishna sees two Yamala Arjun trees. There were two trees in the background. And then, yes, Ahas, you want to say something?
Yeah. Like the two, so then after finally tying Krishna to the wooden grinding motor, Yashoda goes to finish the butter. And at that time, Krishna realizes the two Arjuna trees, and he realizes the what happened before with Narad Muni and how a pure devotee, no matter what even a pure devotee says, he has to do.
Yes, yes. Ishan, can you tell me what did what were the two Yamala Arjun trees were they in the past life? What were they, and what did they do? So these two trees, Arya, they were somebody else in the prior past life.
They were the sons of Kuvera, and they were they were very proud.
Yes, they were very.
And then they were enjoying themselves with many women and they were intoxicated. And then Narad Muni was there, and then Nala Kuvera and Mani didn't cover themselves. So Narad Muni said, cursed them that you will become trees for I don't remember exactly how long.
Yes,
100 demigod years, right?
Yes, very nice. Yes, Ishan.
And then they begged for mercy so that Narad Muni said that Krishna would come and save them.
Yes, very nice. So then, yes, as Ishan said, right, they were two sons of Kuvera named Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, and they were enjoying in a river called Mandakini in the Kailash, and they were naked. They didn't have clothes on. They were in the lake, in the pond, the Mandakini River. They were enjoying with their girlfriends, and Narad Muni happened to come by. And when Narad Muni came, the girls put on clothes, but they did not put on clothes. They did not pay obeisances to Narad Muni. Narad Muni is a very great sage. So he got angry and he cursed them. Because you don't have any shame, you don't have any clothes, you will become trees. For many years, many years. And then they realized their mistake. They asked for forgiveness. And then Narad Muni says, okay, no worries, Krishna will come and liberate you. See how even that curse is becoming a boon for them. It's like a vardhan because Krishna is going to personally come and liberate them. So then Krishna, if you recall, is tied with a mortar. Then he starts moving with the mortar. He's moving. Krishna is moving with the mortar. Like I'll show you the picture. Let's see, where is the picture? Yeah, this picture. See that Krishna here with the mortar. He's pulling the mortar, and the mortar gets stuck between the two trees, and the true trees fall. And from there, Nal, Kuber and Manigrema come out. And then they pray to Krishna and they glorify Krishna. And then they say, thank you, Krishna, because you've liberated us. They go back to their abode in the heaven, and then they become pure devotees of Krishna. They become liberated. So how Krishna is so merciful. And then Krishna gets angry with Mother Yashoda, said, Mother Yashoda tied me. I'm not going to see Mother Yashoda's face. And for 7 days and 7 nights, he did not see Mother Yashoda's face. He was always asking Nandam Baba to do his work. Yes, Ayati, you have a question?
Can I add up?
Huh?
Actually, never mind.
Okay, all right. So Abhi, let's not annotate on the then on the, yes, Sahas, you have a question?
I was gonna say what was gonna happen next.
Yeah, go ahead.
After the 12th day or something.
7th day.
Seventh day. Yashoda Maya says that she will leave this body because Krishna is not coming to her anymore. She's asking Nanda Maharaj to do everything for him. So then, as soon as she said that, Krishna came and sat on her lap.
Yes, because she was going to give up her body. Yashoda Maya was very sad. Like, she loves Krishna so much and Krishna is not talking to her. And then Krishna hears that she's going to give up her body. She's going to die. He doesn't want that. He comes and sits in her lap. And then Yashoda Maya is so very happy. So that's the Damodar Leela in brief. We talk about in 30-40 minutes. We took like probably 6 classes last year when we did this. The reason I did this, we should try to remember Krishna in this baby form in our hearts. He's so beautiful. And he will take away all the bad things in our heart. Anger, greed, all these things, bad desires, lust, and this envy. He can kill all those things. So in this month of Damodar, we also pray the Damodarashtakam. Can somebody sing this quickly? And then we will go into Damodarashtakam. Let's start. The first 4 lines, probably Ayati. And then,
I'll let someone else go.
Sorry?
I'll let someone else go and I'll do the second 4 lines.
Okay. Okay, all right. See, Mahima, go ahead. You see that?
The first 4 lines, Shabaji?
Yes. Meaning, if nobody else, then I'll let you sing the whole thing.
Okay. Namami Swaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Bioloka Ladavamana Karamishta Matyanta Todrita Gopya.
Go ahead. Keep singing.
Rudantam Muhurnitra Yugmam Nichantam Karamboja Yugmena Santakanetram Muhuswaswakam Patririkana Kanta Stita Grevam Damodaram Bhakti Iti Diksvalila Virananta Kunde Swagoshami Majanta Makyapayantam Tadiye Sitagyesu Bhakti Jitatvam Puna Premata Swam Satam Vriti Vande Varam Deva Moksham Moksham Vadimva Nachainam Raneham Vareshadapiha Idam Deva Purnata Gopala Balam Sada Memanasya Virashtam Kimanye Idam te mukam boja matyanta nile Vritam kuntale snija rakchesta gopya Mohushumbitam bimba rakta daramme Manasya virashtam malam lakshalabe
Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu.
Is it not Kovere?
I think it's the one before.
Okay, yes, yes.
Yeah. Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu. Prashida Prabodukta Jalabdi Magnam. Kripadishta Vishtai Dinam Bhatanu. Ganesha Mama Gyanam Ediyakshidishya. Uvetamachalbadamute Vayadvat. Tvaya mochita bhakti bhajau krito cha. Tata prema bhaktim swakame priyacha. Namokshe graho me sri damodareha. Namaste sudamne spuradipti damne. Tvadiyodharayatya vishyasvadamne. Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam.
Hare Krishna, sing.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare.
Very nice. Thank you, beta. So this is Damodarashtakam. Very nice, Mahima. Very nicely sung. This is Damodarashtakam. We do this every day and sing this by offering the ghee lamp in front of Yashoda Damodar. Right? We pray, and this is in Sanskrit. So I wanted us to understand the deeper meaning of this bhajan so that when we pray, we understand the meaning, right? We should understand the meaning. What are we doing? So that is why I wanted to understand this Damodarashtakam. So this was written by Satyavrat Muni, and it is in 8 verses, right? So we will start with first verse now. Ayati, you want to read the first?
I'll read the last one. I'm good for.
Okay. All right, Vedant, you want to read this first 4 verses and then the translation?
Okay. Namam Sarvam.
Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam
Lasata Kundalam Golokale
Gokule Brajamanam
Yashoda Bhiyo Lukal
Yolukhalada Dhavamanam
Pranamrastam
Atyanto Druta.
Druta Gopiya.
Yes, go ahead and then read the translation.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark sheep earrings are swing to and from, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Goloka, who I, due to the offensive of breaking a pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, then stealing the butter that was kept from hanging from the swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of her mother Yashoda, who has been caught from behind her, who ran after him. With greater speed to the Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances.
Yes, thank you, beta. Right. So this is a very beautiful bhajan. We all should do this in this Kartik month. So what is here Satyavrat Muni saying? Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam. He's Namamishwaram. Namamishwaram means Namami. Namami means I bow down. Ishwara means Supreme Controller. Who is that Supreme Controller? Who is Sach in Ananda Rupam. Sat means eternal. Eternal. Krishna is eternal. He did not take birth. He never dies because he's always there. From him comes everything. Right? So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. From him comes Balaram. From Balaram comes all the Chaturvya, and then Sankarshan. Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu. So that all these things come from Krishna. He's eternal. And Chid means knowledge. He's all knowledgeable. He knows everything. Who gave Bhagavad Gita? Krishna. He gives Krishna in the form of Narayan, then gives the Vedas to Brahmaji, right? Ananda, he's always blissful. He's always happy. He gives, if you pray to him, you will also feel happy. So to that form of Krishna, who is eternally existing, who is knowledgeable and who gives pleasure, I bow down to that Krishna. And you see those small, beautiful earrings. So that is kundalam. Lasat kundalam. Kundala means that earrings. Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam. So the girls wear, where is Ayati? Ayati, you wear jewelry? You wear
I
jewelry?
have my earrings right here.
Yes. So who, the jewelry make you pretty, or you make the jewelry pretty?
The jewelries make me pretty.
Okay. Adhav, you have a question? You have a question? No. Okay. So it's the other way around for Krishna. The jewelry doesn't make Krishna pretty. Krishna makes the jewelry pretty because he's so beautiful. It's the other way around. So lasat kundule gokule bhajamanam. So he has shark-shaped earrings and they are moving to and fro because he's running. Those shark-shaped earrings are moving to and fro because he's running. And he is in Gokul. That's the place near Vrindavan. And those earrings are shining beautifully. And then Yashoda bhyo lukalad dhavamanam. Meaning, because of the fear of Yashoda Maiya, because Yashoda Maiya is going to catch him, he's running. Dhavamanam is running. Dhavamanam is running. But what happens? Paramrishtam. Somebody caught him by the back. Who caught her? Caught him? Yashoda Maiya. Atyanto druta gopya. Atyanta means very much. After running so much, one gopi, Sri Yashoda, caught him from the back. So when you recite this verse, Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Bhiyo Lukalad Dhavamanam Paramrishtam Atyanto Drutya Gopya. So we have to think, what's the meaning? I bow down to Krishna, who is eternally existent, who has knowledge and bliss, whose earrings are shining and going back and forth to and fro while he's running in Gokul. Why is he running? Because of the fear of Yashoda Maiya. Because Yashoda Maiya is running after him. But he's caught from behind after so much running with great force by this gopi who is Yashoda Maiya. So does it make sense, Sahas, Mahima, when we learn this meaning, right? When we sing them, it makes us like we understand the meaning and we can see with more affection. Yes, Mahima, Sahas.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Ishan, can you turn your camera on, please? Ishan? Okay. Okay, who wants to read this next one? Avya and then Ishan.
Rutranam muher nitra yogamam mrijantam karambhocha yogmena satanka nitram muhur savasa kampa trin kanaka kanta sithita gravim damodaram bhakti bhaktam.
Yes. Thank you, Beta. This Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Rijantam Karam Bhoja Yugmena Satanka Netram Muhu Shwasha Kampatri Reka Kanta Sita Graivam Damodaram Bhakti Baddham. Okay, read the translation, Beta. Here.
Seeing the whipping stick of his mother's hands, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breath due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisance.
Obeisances, yes. Right? See this very wonderful Rudantam. Rudantam means crying. Muhur means again and again. Netra Yogmam, his 2 eyes. Netra means the eyes. Vrajanta means he's rubbing. So Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is crying. Have you seen anybody like the biggest person in the universe crying? Who can make that person cry? It's Yashoda Maya. Yes. Why? Because yes, the mom. The mom, right? But Krishna is giving, he's so merciful. He's even though Yashoda Maya comes from Krishna, he's giving the mother's position to Yashoda Maya. How sweet is our Lord? He's very, very sweet. Right? He's so merciful. He's so sweet. Otherwise, he's behaving like us. He's giving all this pastime so we can get attracted to Krishna and pray to Krishna. And one day we'll all want to go back and play there with Krishna, don't we? Do we want to go and play with Krishna? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we want to play with Krishna and see the cows and everything. So Rudantam Muhur Netra Yugmam Brajantam. So he's rubbing his eyes because he saw that mother is coming with a stick in her hand. And he's rubbing his eyes with his lotus feet hands. His hands are very soft. But for the demons, you remember that pastime of Keshi? He put his left hand in the Keshi's demon's mouth and all the teeth broke. For demons, it is like iron, like rod, like iron. But for mom, it's very soft, like a baby's hand. You know, the baby's hands are like soft, like Johnson & Johnson baby powder. They put that powder, right? Yes, Ayati.
It's more like Brinda's hands. They're so
Yes,
cute.
it's more like, yes, it's more like Brinda's hands, baby's hands, right? And then Karam Bhoja Yugmena Satanka Netram. Right? So what his Karam Bhoja means? With his 2 lotus-like hands, Kara means hands. With his 2 lotus-like hands, he's rubbing his eyes. Satanka Netram, which means he has terror in his eyes. He's very fearful. Atanka means, right? We said terrorist. You know terrorists? Who are terrorists? Do you guys know who is terrorist? Yes, right? Terrorists are people who kill others for like no reason.
So
Yes,
scary.
go ahead. So Satank, Atank in Sanskrit means terror. So Krishna, in his eyes, he is terrified. Why? Because Mother Yashoda is coming to catch him. And then Muhu means again, over and over again, right? Swasha Kampa Trireka Kantha. So because of his breathing, which is it's marked with he has a necklace in he has a necklace of pearls, which is the 3 layers. It looks like a conch shell, like the shank, right? You bow the shank. So it's like a conch shell, and it's because he's running and he's with fear, it's shaking. This necklace is shaking when you cry, right? and you're running. So Krishna's necklace is shaking. So to this Supreme Lord, to this Lord Damodar, whose belly is bound by the rope. Is it bound by the rope? Is it bound by the rope, or is it bound by something else?
It's bound by something else.
Yes, it's bound by his mother's pure love. Rope cannot bind Krishna. Even though it seems like it's bound by rope, rope cannot do anything. It's because Krishna, Mother Yashoda had so much love, the rope was able to bind it. So what is Satyavrat Muni saying? To that Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but is with mother's pure love, I bow down. So now we understand the meaning of this verse when you will sing. Do we understand? See, Rudanta means cry. Muhur means again and again. Rudantam muhur netra yugmam rajantam. It's 11:26. Okay, so okay. So Ruduntam muhur. So we will just read this translation. We'll stop here because it's 11:27. So we will just say he's crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands.
Can't we have like more class, like maybe 1 more hour?
Next week we
No,
will
No
finish.
one else is using this class, only us and the other.
Yes, better. But I have to prepare for another class. So
But
he.
you can't prepare like after an hour, like maybe
Yes, but beta, we will do it next week. We'll do it longer. Okay. So Krishna is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear. We have to think, how can Krishna be so sweet that even though he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's getting terrified. He's fearful. And the necklace of pearls, when we sing that, Shwasha Kampa Trireka Kanta. Kanta means your throat. So these three means three reka, kanka, kanta. So these three lines are like a conch shell of the pearls is shaking because he is quick, he's breathing quickly and he's crying. To that Lord Sri Damodar, whose belly is not bound by ropes, but by his mother's pure love, I bow down, I offer my humble obeisances. So with that, we will finish the other 6 verses next week, right? So I just want to take a few minutes. I think, yes, Avia, you have a question?
I wanted to say that actually today is my birthday.
Yes, I was going to say that. I came to know. That is why I wanted to stop. So everybody, can we sing her happy birthday? Hare Krishna and happy birthday. Can you guys? And who wants to